And hello everybody! On today's joust we have, for the map we have wood wall. Massive wood wall in the center. Two huge mountains on each side of the wall. So the wood is concentrated in the middle, everything else is concentrated on the sides. So a bit of a closed map. The areas where fighting will happen are open enough to allow for maneuvers. Everything is very easy to close. Introducing our players. In the purple, we have Butter in the English. Going with 7 on food, 3 on gold, nothing new. In the purple, we have BOI playing as the Ottomans in the pink. So 7 on food. Gonna get 3 on gold, I'm sure. It's the standard fast feudal build order for everybody. Looking into the map, there's deer in the corners. And then each player should have their own deer. This is a bad patch for BOI. If this forced into a bad wall, like from here all the way down to here, or maybe even like a diagonal bad wall here, like the deer are outside. This is awful. This is a decent secondary gold, but the problem though is that this is the well-protected area because of the mountains. Yeah, so should be interesting. Butter, ooh, he's right there getting up. Gonna get up with gold villagers on the council hall. He's gonna get started on collecting wood. He does have wood for a lumber camp, but he probably wants to delay that for tempo, which I do not mind whatsoever. Now for BOI going with Madrasa, the house is pre-planned, I am sure. He can even theoretically grab these berries. Still not good. You don't need a mill as the Ottomans, because the Twin Minaret Madrasa acts as one. And it grows berry bushes, so that's pretty good. That's always very good sustained food. So neither player taking a chance on the center wall as well. And why is that? It's because they're both very aggressive civs, and there's always a possibility that the other guy is gonna go and head right into the wood wall. Like there's space. The longbows can come through here and in here, and you don't have wood anymore. While here, like sure, they can get attacked from this side, but you can always, like, you run away a little and you're within TC range. Wouldn't be too surprised if BOI would recognize the danger and do something, but there we go. Butter is gonna go with your typical English play with longbowmen. He doesn't have enough wood for all that he wants. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, and the lack of a lumber camp might have done something there. That's fine. That's fine. He has resources now. And we already have 1 longbowman, 2 longbowmen, 1 spear out. While BOI has just gotten that Madrasa up as nothing. BOI is nothing. BOI might be collecting to go up to Castle Age and do a bit of a fast castle on English, which is so dangerous. So dangerous. English will have enough tempo to hit you. So yeah, there we go. That's a conga line. Gold is so far away, and I think Butter realizes it. I think Butter needs a scout through this, and he should be good. Ooh, there's Boy Scouts. Yeah. Put the scout right behind the gold, and there we go. And I think if you're Butter, like, you just camp there. So you don't see any stone getting picked up, which is super suspect. There we go, stable range. So the whole plan of the Fast Castle is out. Also, you can, like, this is a good setup for a blacksmith. Right in here, and remember what I said about the wood wall being the safe wood? Yeah, it's actually not. But they're doing a massive job of taking the boys' options away. And look at Butter's resources. He's going second town center behind all of this. Which is very impressive to me, and I think, yeah, he has, like, he collected 5 extra stone. That's pretty good. He gets a TC on his deer, so we're gonna get 2 TC English versus 1 TC Ottomans after having failed a fast castle. It's not over, but it's not looking good, and Butter is relinquishing control here. Butter is actually letting Boy play. Oh, and Boy's like a minute away! Oh, Boy's so close, he just needs gold. Ooh, Butter left the gold as well. Boy can just get gold with like 10 villagers, and it's almost it. Okay, there we go. Now we get an outpost on this side. Oh, the longbowmen have a lot of range. That's actually not important. And now we're starting to get more units. I wouldn't be too surprised if we start seeing the men-at-arms here. I already have 1 villager on gold. I assume both TCs are giving 2 gold. And there we go. He has 8 villagers. Boy has 8 villagers on gold, floating a little bit of food. But a couple of drop-offs, and they're done. No eco upgrades for anyone. That's interesting, especially from Butter's perspective. You would think that English really wants to get their eco up while their military is up, but unable to finish off the game. But Butter keeping his army at home. He's definitely seeing ghosts here. He thinks Boy has an actual army, where Boy, like, he has 1 Sipahi. And he has the 2 Imams that he gets for free. There we go, there's the Istanbul Imperial Palace. Okay, nice. So definitely not something we usually see. We usually see the Mehmet Imperial Armory. To get those siege equipment for free. But Butter not being aggressive with his army is definitely a bit of a letdown for him. And he thinks there's an army out there, but there isn't, and when he sees the castle age go up, Butter doesn't have enough of an army that he can now go over and kill Boy, because by that time he should have like 2 knights. 2 knights and like maybe 3 or 4 archers, which is a little bit too much, but Butter will have a far better economy. Oh, and Butter sees this. Butter has to go now. So where's the army? There's the army. And that should be it. That should be Butter knowing that that Boy was going Castle Age anyway. No, get the relic. Using the Imams to get through the relics this early is smart. Not something we see too often. Doesn't affect us anything, does it? Yeah. We have a mosque now getting built. So boy's gonna get started on Castle Age now. Okay, there we go. One of the imams down. The boy doesn't even try to do anything. So we're going Knight Crossbowman. I don't know what the Crossbowman. We definitely haven't seen any men-at-arms to justify them. But at the same time, archers against the longbowmen aren't great either, but they are good against the spearmen, I suppose. But look at Butter getting his upgrades, trying to go up to Castle Age himself. I just would like to see a little bit more activity. The part of Butter's army, I think we're gonna get it. This is not good! Okay, he's gonna get hit with a few arrows on the scout. That's actually really good. Okay, good attack here by Butter. But there are a couple of wood lines on the outside here. Oh, very smart from Boy going to this outside wood. Outside stone, sorry. Instead of coming to this one. Has he added arrow slits anywhere? The default outpost. And as soon as the first knight is out, I guess it. Butter will have just left. Now boys. And he's just taking relics everywhere. Hey, we are starting this. Oh, this is a scary army. 3 knights, 3 crossbowmen, 1 spahi is scary. Butter can't be goated into building men-at-arms here. The crossbowmen will be which is rough because men-at-arms are one of the better English units. If you're not building them, you're gonna be missing out. But I don't. Boy's not really using much of what makes Ottomans Ottoman. There we go. We see the men-at-arms upgrade. And Butter doesn't have the resources. I don't think he has now. Getting spearmen, still finished spearmen. Should be trying to get those attacks, those castle age attacks here. Where are the extra relics? Winning military school blacksmith. On the palace? Let's believe it, Boy. Boy's in a very dominating position here. He has a weaker economy, but I don't think that matters when you're so far ahead into your attack. Boy can attack and deal some serious damage, but I think he's afraid of what Butter might have, and I think both think their opponent is a lot better than what they actually are. Other military school, these are gonna start pumping out units for free in a second here. Get the spearmen and the men-at-arms upgrade. So Butter is spending everything he has on upgrades, which is nice. I'd like to see some eco upgrades, especially the farm one. Yeah, those upgrades would mean so much right now. So he's at 800 food. It could go easily to 1k. Getting a monastery. I think he'll only have this relic to pick up. He also will have this one, so 3-0 so far for relics. Let's say they're on the bottom. This is starting to look like a rough army, especially because it costs a lot of gold. Boy wants to go for a win more situation and get started with trade. I think he goes into the north corner, right? North corner, set a trade with this outpost, wall here, but here comes the English army. These are all very cheap units. But they do counter what Boy has. But if the Knights go on the longbowman uncontested, I don't think Butter really has a chance. With the spears, there's nothing that directly counters the spears. I guess crossbowmen and the janissaries are good against them. Okay, but let's go. Butter will want to scout a little bit. Okay, and our scout is scouting. Let's see what Butter sees here. Butter doesn't know about all of this, but he knows about the mosque. Oh boy! He's getting siege engineering! Oh, he might make a final attack right away! Here we go, that's an archery range. Yeah, but neither player... No, I shouldn't say neither player. Okay, Butter getting the eco tax. I mean, it's late, but it's not too late. And like both players are gonna see each other pretty soon. This match is not over, not by a long shot. Don't be fooled by the graph here. There are a lot of crossbowmen that will indeed counter the Knights. Let's see the food now for a minute. So Butter now expanding his farms and growing steadily. Now over to the 700s. Okay, we've got one of the relics. The other relic was here. And it is in BOI's hands, and there we go. We've got a 4-1 relics advantage to BOI. That's a big advantage. Unfortunately, neither Civ really has any bonus regarding the relics. I think HRE might be the only one that has a dedicated bonus. And there we go, that's the scout pad. And we're getting rams. And these rams are an intent on BOI to put up a ton of pressure. Getting, what, 4, 5, 3 rams at least. That's one. Yeah, Butter is gonna have to fight this, but he wants to have it on his own terms. I think a tower somewhere here would be pretty good, using the sill strategically. Forcing BOI to kinda attack downhill. The wall should have been closer to the edge there, right? But I don't think people think about those strategic options while they're doing this. They're usually so busy with everything else that's taking all of their APM and attention away. But all you really care about is, you know, I just need to get the swall up, otherwise I'll be raided to death. And there we go, so we got Butter capturing a sacred site while getting attacked on the other by, oh my god, this is 5 rams, and BOI can do more rams. I was actually collecting a ton of wood here. He could start investing into farms. Which I guess he has made some, but okay, and here we go, spears connecting on the Knights. These are veteran spears, but the mass behind that means that there isn't really much that Butter can do at this point, and he needs to pull the villagers back. And attacking in the TC area is actually quite good for Butter, and Butter can take away the front line, and back line is going to be difficult. Oh, we've got a Mangi! Mangi on the range. Going to be so powerful. There we go, BOI retreating. Okay, and I think Butter has found a way to actually kind of defend against this. He just needs to give up the front of the base here. Like, he's not gonna get the reinforcements, not right away, but once all of this is done, right, and Butter is winning the fight. Ooh, okay, attacking the rams with range, plus C, plus the mangonel, not really the best idea. Okay, iron under mesh gun, that was perfect timing. Are they repairing the farm? They're repairing the farm. And I think Butter wins the fight here. And it's a bit of a decisive fight, and now the eco is gonna matter. Oh, he needs to put some villagers to destroy these. On the night here, on the raid, this is so good for Butter. Not allowing BOI to pick up anything. Okay, we have melee units in here, and now men-at-arms are not a bad idea. BOI doesn't have a lot of knights, it's 5 knights. 5 knights when you have, I don't know, 12 crossbowmen? Not a lot of knights, and there we go, the army from BOI trying to go to the wood line. The wood wall. The wood wall is about to get wrecked. The wood wall is just about to disappear. The knights, or the lancers I should say. Oh, just garrison. Garrison a few. We're even gonna need to. Oh, there's a hole in the wood wall. And I don't know who this is good for. This boy right now just doesn't have the numbers. And he doesn't have the eco as well. And there was a raid on the deer. That was a bunch of villager kills, and BOI is ahead 24 to 10. Villager killed apartments. There we go, that's a lot of purple knights, it's 4 knights. Trying to go and just go for the second DC of BOI. Oh, Butter needs a keep and he has the resources for it. Butter needs to start spending those resources. And like he could get like another mangonel, he could get rams, he can get army. Look at the food per minute, this is nuts. Oh, you don't want to send those that way, most definitely not. And I don't think this raid was really smart, not through the wall anyway, where there's the most amount of attention to yet. No, Butter really in a very commanding position. BOI is bleeding villagers. Don't forget that like King's Palace plus 2 TC, that's 3 TC. It's not bad. Oh, that's that scroll. Ooh, and BOI is kind of rallying them as well at the front, which also isn't great. That's a villager trying to build an out. No, that's Butter's outpost, and Butter needs the outposts. There we go, there's the old lady working on it. And that outpost will be a very good addition because and these units, they're not energized. BOI's not out of this. BOI's just floating a lot of gold for no reason. Realizes he can expand a little bit to the north. Oh, but BOI calls GG. And the amount of siege Butter has, I don't think there was much he could have done. Because even if you countered the army with units, there's also the siege to take into account. And military-wise, BOI had this big mass, took a bad fight. A bad fight under TCs, under the King's Palace, with siege that he didn't have. I think the siege got a good hit on the crossbowman. Crossbowman also had nothing to hit. Ideally, you want your crossbowman to hit the armored units. That didn't happen, so that was the KD. I think tells a part of the story, right? BOI got a massive army, just couldn't use it effectively. It was 4-1 in relics, but the eco difference is just astounding.